study graph. And at the end, we will study three well-known important algorithms, that is finding minimum spanning tree using classical algorithms and frame algorithms. We apply this algorithm, we are not going to write algorithms. Frame algorithm and classical algorithm, all these are very popular for finding minimum spanning tree and finding shortest path by extra algorithm. Okay? So towards the end, we will talk a bit on the quicksort using binary tree. Okay, analyzing quicksort using binary tree. Just now actually, roughly we have mentioned that. Again, this is not very important. I will not test you on that. It's more the first 5 topics. Okay, so what's a graph? A graph is a combination of 2 sets. So this is a formal definition of graph. A graph is a combination of 2 sets, V and E. So over here, V is the set of vertices, point in the space, and E is a set of edges, the 9 connecting vertices. So every graph will have these 2 sets. Formally, every graph will explain, every graph will be represented by these 2 sets formally using mathematical concept. Okay, this is a graph. So these are vertices. Okay, these are vertices in this graph. So a graph will have, formally a graph will be represented as 2 sets. V is a set of vertices. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 vertices. And these are the edges. All these are edges. How many edges here? How many edges? How many?
I count 8.
Yeah, 8 edges. Look, edges, all these edges connecting vertices. This example of graph. Okay, within graph, there are labeled graph and unlabeled graph. If there's a sequence of label associated with each vertex, we say the graph is a labeled graph. So this is a labeled graph. Every vertex is labeled. A, this is labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is unlabeled graph. We don't give we do not give a symbol to each vertex. So this is unlabeled graph. Weighted graph. If there is a value associated with each edge, we say the graph is a weighted graph. So this is a weighted graph. Every edge we associate with a weight. This is a weight. Weight 4, this weight 5, weight 2, weight 8, weight 3. Okay, label graph is very useful. Okay, so things like we want to show the road, show all the road connecting cities in a country, and the distance. Okay, we can use weight to indicate the distance between 2 cities. So label graph is very useful. Okay, so this that means this is something like city in a country. So and the weight here could be, we can use the weight to represent distance between the 2 cities, the road. So this is unweighted graph. For unweighted graph, there is no weight associated with h. Okay, the weight distance or cost. Sometimes you may use a weight to represent cost, depend on what kind of problem, okay, depend on what kind of problem we want to solve. So basically a graph serves as a model for our problem. After you represent the problem using graph, then you can solve it more systematically, more easily. So depending on the problem, we can use it to represent distance, we can use it to represent cost also. Okay, connected graph. So this is a connected graph. Okay, if there is a sequence of edges from any vertex to any other vertex, any vertex to any other vertex. Let's say these two, there's a sequence of edges, connect these two vertex. Every two vertex, we have a sequence of edges, connect them in this graph. So this is a connected graph. And this connected graph, okay, because for some pair of vertices, there is no sequence of edges connect them, right? Let's say for these two, there's no edges connect these two. Okay, so this is this connected graph. Cyclic graph. If there's more than one path between some pair of vertices, we call a graph a cyclic graph. Okay, this is a cyclic graph. There are more than one path. Connect the two. Connect these two pair of vertices. These two pair. This pair. And this pair also. Two paths. This path. Okay. A path is a sequence of edges that connect two vertices. So this is a path connect this vertex to this vertex, and this is a path. This is also another path. Connect these two vertex. Connect this one and this one. Okay. So there are two paths. More than one path. Two paths. Connect these two vertices. So this is a cyclic graph. And this is acyclic graph. For acyclic graph, there is no more. Okay, for any two vertices, okay, at most there's only one path connect them. Let's say for these two vertices, there's only one path connect them. You cannot find this path connect them. There's no multiple path connect these two vertices. So this is an acyclic graph. Cyclic graph is something like a graph containing a cycle. If a graph containing a cycle, it's a cyclic graph. Okay, if the graph does not contain cycle, then it's an acyclic graph. Okay, directed, undirected, and adjacent. If one or more edges may only be traversed in a specific direction, we say that the graph is directed. So this is a directed graph. Okay? Because for this pair of vertices, the edge connect this pair of vertices, there's an arrow, right? So this arrow means that this edge you can only go from here to here. Go from here to here. You cannot go by the other way. Okay? So can only be traversed in one direction for this edge. And for this edge can only be traversed in one direction also. If there's arrow means that when you traverse, you have to follow the direction of the arrow. And if there's no arrow, that means you can traverse in either way. You can traverse from here to here or here to here. And traverse in either way. So as far as there's one edge in the graph can be traversed in only one direction, then the graph is a directed graph. So this is the directed graph. Because these two with arrow, these two edges with arrow, that means these two edges can only be traversed in one direction. And this is undirected graph. If there's no arrow, that means all the edges you can traverse in any direction. There's no edge in this graph that you can only traverse in one direction. So we say This is an undirected graph. If it's undirected edge, you can traverse in any direction. Traverse in two. So one undirected edge is equivalent to two directed edge, in other words. So how about adjacent vertex? A vertex B is said to be adjacent to another vertex W if the graph contains an edge VW. VW is an edge from B to W. Okay? So for example, in this case, F is an edge from F to D, right? For this graph, this is the way to represent an edge. An edge, mathematically, edge is represented by a two-element sequence. So this, in this graph, there's an edge from F to D, right? F to D. So we say F is adjacent to D. F is adjacent. And we also have so this graph, the graph that we are talking about now, this graph, have edge FD and also have an edge AD. From between A and D, you can go in both directions. So there's an edge, that means there's an edge AD and there's an edge DA also. Okay? In this graph. Okay? So, so according to this definition, that means F is adjacent to D. And A is also adjacent to D. Since there's an edge from A to D. Because we have this, we have this. Okay? So F is adjacent to D, and A is also adjacent to D. Complete, okay, what is a complete graph? A complete graph, that means every pair of vertices is connected with edge. So this is a complete graph. Every pair of vertices, altogether there are 6 vertices, right? So for every pair there is an edge connect them. For this pair, yes. For this pair also, for every pair there is an edge connect them. So this is a complete graph. This is an incomplete graph. Okay? We don't have, for example, there's no edge connect these two, right? We are talking about edge connect 2 vertices. We are not talking about R. So there's no edge connect these two, right? As far as there's a pair of vertices do not connect by edge, the graph is like incomplete graph. This is complete and this is incomplete. Okay, so these are the basic terminologies. What we have discussed until now are those basic terminology. Okay. Now we will talk about representing a graph. How to, okay, so we can visually, manually we can draw it on a piece of paper, right? So how to, when we want to use computer to process a graph, so certainly we need some representation, right? So for computer processing, we can represent a graph in a number of ways. List all the vertices adjacent to each vertex in turn. Okay, this is also called adjacency list. This is one kind of representation. List each pair of vertices connected by edge. Okay. List down all the edge. That's another way to represent a graph. The third way to represent a graph is use a table. It means use a metric. For those of you who know metric, use showing all possible pair and viewing the location where H exists. This is known as adjacency matrix. We are going to, later I'll give you an example to understand these three representations. So altogether we have three representations of graph: adjacency list, H list, and adjacency matrix. Okay, so in our example we use label graph. Okay, now the adjacency list. Okay, we have two graphs here. Now we are going to, I'm going to show you what's the meaning of adjacency list, how to use adjacency list to represent this graph, how to use adjacency list to represent this graph. Okay, this is the way to use this adjacency list for this graph. Okay. We maintain a list. We maintain a list for each vertex. So over here, under adjacency list, we maintain a list for each vertex. The list can be something like an array or linked list. Later, when you study data structure and algorithm, you study linked list also. So every vertex, altogether here there are 4 vertices, right? So we maintain 4 lists, 1 for each vertex. 1 for A, 1 for B, you can see 1 for C, 1 for D. Under A, you will study, you will store, you will keep all the vertices adjacent to A. Adjacent to A. So A have a, you can go to AC, you can go AD, you can go AD. So there are 3 vertices adjacent to A. That is B, C, and D. So for the list for vertex A, we keep these 3 vertices. Well, how about for B? For B, okay, B is adjacent to, from B you can go to A, right? BA. So B is adjacent to A, and B is adjacent to D, right? Because from B we go. So under vertex B, we keep AD. B is adjacent to A, B is adjacent to D. C, for C, how many vertices adjacent to C? How many vertices? How many vertices adjacent to C? If there is H from C to a vertex Y, then Y is adjacent to C. Over here there's only one, right? From C there's H from C to D, right? C to D only. C to A cannot. Because this H with the arrow is the directed H. So you have to go, we have to follow the arrow direction. We cannot go the other way. So there's no way from C to A, but we can go from C to D by there's H from C to D. So there's only one vertex adjacent to C, that is D. So under the list for C, we keep all the vertices adjacent to C. There is only one, D. Okay, likewise for D accordingly. So we keep a linked list for each vertex. Okay, if a graph has 4 vertices, we will have 4 linked lists. If a graph has 10 vertices, we will have 10 linked lists. Likewise for here. So this is the undirected graph. Okay. So from A you can go to B, you can go to C, you can go to D. So that's why under the list for A we keep 3 vertices. Right? You can go to A, you can go to C, you can go to D, you can go to B. Likewise for the rest. So this is what this adjacency list. This is how adjacency lists represent a graph. Okay, now we come to H list, the second representation. H list, you will store all the edges. For this case, there are how many edges? A, B, AB, AD and AC, AD, AB and AC, and BA, BA, because this one, this edge, you can go in both directions. You can go this way, you can go this way. So BA is another edge. So you keep all the edges. Okay, you can see that for those undirected, under the edge list for undirected edge, like this one, AB, we have two elements in the linked list, in the edge list, okay. AB and BA. But this one is undirected edge. You can go in both directions. You can go AB, BA. So we have two edge in the edge list. So the same pair of vertices may appear twice. For those undirected edge, the same pair of vertices will appear twice in the edge list. Okay, so in this case, the graph is undirected. Yeah. Graph is undirected means every edge is undirected. So you can see that every pair of vertices appear two times in the edge list, AB and BA. If you keep everything, if you store everything, then every pair of vertices will appear two times in the list. AB, because we store AB here, and there's a BA here. Okay, so for this kind of graph, actually we can simplify it. Since every pair of vertices will appear two times, if there's an edge between a pair of vertices, then that means it will have appeared two times. So we can just store one time for every pair of edge. We can store just one time. Reduce the number of times that we have to. Reduce the number of edges we have to store in the edge list. So for an undirected graph, we can do so. But if it's directed graph, we cannot, because some of the edges cannot traverse in both directions. This edge list, adjacency matrix. The next one is the adjacency matrix. This adjacency matrix is something like table. From there are 4 vertices, right? So we will have 4 rows and 4 columns. Each row represents a vertex, and each column also represents a vertex. So this is to represent from, since there is an edge from A to B, so we store X here. We store X here. Depend on you. When you write a program, you can keep 1 here, the number 1, up to you. So for those we correspond to an edge, we will fill up. So this case from A to B, right? There's an edge from A to B, and there's an edge from A to D. A to D, so we will fill up. There's an edge from A to C also. So we will fill up all these entries. For those without edge, connect them. There's a BC will leave a blank because there's no edge. Connect B and C, there's no edge. Connect B and C, right? There's no edge. So BC will leave a blank. From B to C will leave a blank. So this is how adjacency matrix is used to represent a graph. Okay, for an undirected graph, so adjacency matrix will be symmetric. Because if there's an edge from A to B, there will be an edge from B to A also. Undirected graph, okay? Because every edge can traverse in both directions. Edge from A to B implies that there's also an edge from B to A. Okay? So the matrix is, in this case, for undirected graph, the matrix is symmetric. That means if you go up by the diagonal, you will be exactly the same. So the upper corner is the triangle. If you go up the diagonal, you will divide the matrix by diagonal. this will be a triangle, and this will be a triangle. These two triangles will be exactly the same. It's very difficult to say which one is the best representation. It depends on the problem. So if we have a weighted graph, usually we will use adjacency matrix. If we have a weighted graph, then the matrix entry, if there's an edge between a pair of vertices, we can fill up the entry in the matrix by using the weight. So in this case, there's a edge from A to B, right? In A to B, the weight is 3. So this entry will fill up by 3, and the rest accordingly. So if you want to represent weighted graph, adjacency matrix usually is the best choice. Other than that, it depends on the problem. Okay, now we move on to tree. Tree is a special type of graph. Tree is connected and is acyclic graph. So these are tree. Connected. Tree is a special type of graph. So these are all tree. It's connected, all the edges are connected, and it's acyclic. There's no cycle. There's no more than one path connect a pair of vertices. Every pair of vertices, at most every pair of vertices, there's only one path connect them. They say these two, there's only one path. So such graph are tree. So tree is a special type of graph. It's acyclic graph. Okay, these are the property of tree. We are not going to prove, we're not prove the property, but you need to use it. So this, now we slowly move on to more and more important part. So there's a unique path between two vertices. For every tree, there's a unique path between two vertices, because a tree is an acyclic graph. And a tree with n vertices definitely have n minus 1 edges. Okay, this is an important property. A tree have n vertices, definitely we have n minus 1 edges. Okay, that E, if your tree have an edge, BW, be an edge in the graph, then the edge E is said to be incident to W. Okay, such an edge is called incident to W, or we can call it incident from B, and incident to W. This edge is, in other words, this particular edge is incident to W, and incident from the B. Okay, let's say this edge. This edge FD. FD is incident to D. Okay? And incident to D. Or you can call it incident from F. Incident from F. And you can also call it incident to D. Okay, we call the number of edges that are incident to a vertex the degree of the vertex. So a vertex with degree more than 1 is called internal vertex, and the vertex with degree equal to 1 is called external vertex. Some of the tree, there's a spatial vertex, and we designated it as root. Okay. These are the three that we are interested. Okay, so what is the degree of this vertex according to earlier definition? Okay, we call the number of edges that are incident to a vertex, right? This one should be incident from. degree of a vertex, we call there's a typo error. This here should be incident form. We call the number of edges that are incident form a vertex, the degree of the vertex.
It's V and W.
Right.
What is V and W?
Two different points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the tree we wrote with the root vertex can be drawn with the root at the top. So these are the special kind of tree we are interested. So every row of the vertex, there are same number of edges from the root. So this is a rooted tree. So we can designate this one as the root. Root. So we are going to study this kind of tree. Okay, for a rooted tree, we have the following naming convention. A is the root. In this case, this is a rooted tree, and A is designated as root. So A is the root here, and okay, we now from here onwards, the terms are more important. A, B, C, D are all nodes. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. E, F, G. All these are nodes. And here, these are the leaf. F, G, E, C are leaf. There's no children. There's no children. Those nodes that without any children are the leaf. So D is the parent. D is the parent of F and G. B is the parents of D and E. In this case, B is the parents of D and E. B is the parents of D and E. So those on top one are the parent. B is the parent of D and E. And likewise, A is a parent. A is a parent of which node? Yeah.
B and C.
B?
B and C.
Yeah, B and C, right? Yeah. And F is a child. F is a child of D. G is also the child. F is a child of D. And G is also the child of D. So this is the binary tree. In the binary tree, a node at most can have two children. And all the parent and the parent of a node are all considered as ancestor. So DBA, in this case, DBA are all ancestor at parent and grandparent and great-grandparent, all together, all called ancestor. Okay? And children, grandchildren, etc. all called descendant, the other way around. So D, in this case, F, G, D, E are all descendant of B. Okay, and B and descendant of B in the H, connecting them, all these nodes together form a subtree of T, rooted at B. Okay, in this tree, this part is called this is a subtree rooted at B in this tree, this part. Get it? Okay, now follow my arrow. This is this part. So in other words, this one, B, D, E, okay, this is a subtree rooted at B. Under this tree. Okay? So there's a lot of subtree. There's a lot of subtree in this. Subtree rooted at G and D is here. And the subtree rooted at the left char of B is called the left subtree of B. Okay? So B have a left char and a right char, right? So the order is important, yeah. Those we are going to, after this, we're going to focus on ordered tree. Ordered tree, order is important. So B have two children, D and E. D is the left char, E is the right char. Okay? And the subtree rooted at left char of B is called the left subtree. So this is the left subtree of this part is called the left subtree of B. And this is the right subtree of B. Rooted as the left char of B is called left subtree B, and rooted as right subtree. Rooted at left char of B is called the right subtree. K-array tree, this is just take a look, this is not important. When K is 2, then it's binary tree. We are going to focus just on binary tree. In general, a tree can have more than 2 children. So for those trees have at most K children, we call K-array tree. Binary tree. Okay, empty tree, empty binary tree is denoted as noun. A tree in which no node have more than 2 subtrees. So this is the definition of binary tree. So every node at most have 2 subtree, left subtree and right subtree. So for this case, the node V have 2 subtree, right? The node left subtree and right subtree have 2 subtree. How about this node? Have how many subtree? This node have how many subtree? According to the definition just now, this node have how many subtree? This node. How many subtree?
3.
This node.
Up.
0. There's no children, right? No children means no subtree. This node have how many subtree?
1.
1, yeah. Good, yeah. So in the binary tree, no node can have more than 2 subtree. So they can either have 2 subtree, 1 subtree, or none. So we are going to concentrate on this kind of tree. So this is a binary tree. C is the left child
Oh,
and D is the right child.
we got time.
No way. Because I see some programs quite interesting. Like the one.
Okay, we are going to focus on
I
order
wanted to
binary
try,
tree.
but
Okay, order binary tree, these two are different.
Some like
Why these two are different?
this one wow. Yeah. Some of some IT stuff.
but this
In the
for
order binary tree, these
Cybersecurity,
two three are different.
can
This
tell
one
it's
is
like-
different from this one.
If you're not working then
Because
330
Some
under this
for
case,
SI.
B is the left child A, right? And under this case, B is the right child A.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in different order.
you want to join?
So order binary tree, that means
I okay.
beside they have the same
If I'm not working I confirm
nodes. The nodes must be ordered in the same way. Then we can
I can
consider the
consider.
2, 3
No,
are
I
identical.
think
Otherwise, they are considered as different
tree.
tree.
But the workload is really low. I just
As in but it won't take the whole day.
Hmm?
It will take the whole day.
I just study. I just catch up on all the previous
How about these
thing,
two?
all the job.
Maybe
These two
after
are
some-
different also. Are different also because
Yeah.
in this
after
case,
some
B is
When
the
I settle
left
down.
left child of A, right? But in this case,
My expense
B is the
now
right child A. So
Other
although
than
they have the
transport.
same
I
nodes,
just eat.
but they are ordered in different way. So these two are considered as different for ordered binary tree, and that is the kind of tree we are going to
all these courses got
focus
no
on.
as in
Yeah,
like
sure.
it's being free or
Okay,
I
okay.
still got the mentor or the
yeah.
Ordered
it's being
binary
free.
tree. So these two are different.
Then maybe you can meet some like industry people.
actually got internship also.
Yeah.
How about these two? Are they identical? Is these two binary tree identical? Ordered binary tree, are they identical? Are they different or the same? Are they? Yeah, they are different. They are not identical. They are different. The height. Okay, now we are talking about the height of a node. The height of a node is the number of edges in the longer path from the node to a leaf. So the height of a binary tree is the height of the road. The depth, okay, so these terms. The depth of a node V is the number of edges in the path from the road to V. How many label? It will depend on the node, it depend on the depth. Okay. The label of a node is equal to the depth of a node. Okay, this small term. So we are going to based on this graph to study. Okay, here A, what is the depth of, what is the height of A? Just now we say that the height of a node is the number of edges in the longer path from A, from a node to the leaf, right? The height of a node is the number of edges in the longest path, from A, from a node to a leaf. So now we are talking in terms of height of A. That means the longest path from A to a leaf. So which one is the longest path from A to a leaf? This is the longest path, right? This is the longest path. From A, this is another path, right, to a leaf. but this is not the longest. The AC is not the longest. So in this case, there's the number of edges from A to a leaf. AC is one of them. We represent a path by using a sequence. AC is a path, only one edge. Then another edge will be A, B, D, F. That's another path, right? From A to a leaf. So, there's some more. There's another path also. A, B, D, G. Some more, yeah. A, B, D, G. This also from A to a leaf, right? So the height will be the number of edges in the longest path. In this case, this is the longest. So 1, 2, 3, 3 edges. 3 edges involved, right? From A to a leaf. So the longest path from A to a leaf has 3 edges. So that's why the height is 3. Okay, how about the depth? The depth is the other way around. The depth is the number of paths from root to the node. So for this tree, the root is A. The longest, the path from the node, the path from root to the node. A, the root is A itself. So from A to A is 0. There's no edges. So that's why depth of A is 0. And label is equal to depth. So since depth is 0, the label is also 0. Okay, now we look at B. So B, what is height? Yeah. What is the height of B? The longest path, if we want to calculate the height of B, we have to look at the longest path from B to a leaf, right? And count the number of edges. So what is the height of B? Can I have some quick answer, please? 2. Yeah, good. Yeah, 2. But the longest path from B to a leaf is this one. From B to a leaf, BE is also a R. But BE is not the longest. The longest is BDF. Okay? So this longer path have 2 edges, right? So that's why the height of B is 2. Okay, so the height of B is 2. How about the depth? How about the depth of B? The depth is the number of edges in the path from root to the node. That means the number of edges in the path from root. Root is A in this case, from A to B. So what is the number of edges from A to B?
1.
1. So that's why the depth is 1. And label is equal to the depth. Okay? Okay, now we look at one more example. Okay, C, so C is quite direct. So C, the longest path from. So what is the height of C? What is the height of C?
0.
Yeah. The longest path from C to a leaf. C itself is already a leaf. Yeah. So the longest path from C to a leaf is 0. Yeah. C to C is 0. How about the depth of C? What is the depth of C?
1.
Yeah, depth of C is 1. Label is equal to the depth. Okay? Okay, now we look at one more case. what is the height of D? What's the height of D?
1.
Yeah, the longest path from D to a leaf, so DF or so both paths can be 1 inch. So the height is 1. How about the depth? The depth of D?
2.
Yeah. So depth of D means the path from root to D. The path from root to D, that is A to D, A, B, D. That is 2 edges. So that is 2. Okay? Okay, I think, okay, the rest I will leave it to you to go through. And the height of the binary tree is the height of the rows again. So the definition of the height of binary tree is the height of the road. So in this case, the road is A. The height of the road is 3. So the height of binary tree is 3. Okay, some more terms. Complete and nearly complete binary tree. So this is a complete binary tree. Complete tree means it has the maximum number of nodes for the height. So in this case, the height. What is the height of this binary tree? The height of the binary tree is the height of the root. The height of the binary tree is the height of the root. So what is the height of binary tree in this case?
3.
Yeah, 3. Okay? So for a height of, for a binary tree of height is 3, definitely you can only have all these nodes, right? There's no way for you to add additional nodes here. So it has the maximum number of nodes in this case. I mean including the green and red nodes. So this is a complete tree. Nearly complete tree. Yeah. For nearly complete tree, it has all the nodes in the last level are found on the left, or found on the last level. Last level is here. And the other levels are all filled up. The rest are all filled up. Only the last level is not completely filled up. So this is nearly complete binary tree. But all the nodes are on the left. So those unfilled nodes are all on the right, in other words. Okay, now we talk about pre-order, in-order, and post-order. These are important. How to traverse through a binary tree. Okay, we have 3 ways to traverse through a binary tree. That means start from the root to visit all the nodes. The first method is called pre-order traversal. Pre-order traversal means when we come to a node here, always visit the parent first. Pre-order means visit the parent first. So how to do a pre-order traversal? So we start from the root, start from this node. 23, we visit 23 first. Okay, pre-order. Then the left subtree of 23 will be visited first. After visit the parent pre. Pre means parent come first. Pre indicate the order of the parent. Parent come first. Then after that traverse the left subtree of 23. Then right subtree of 23. Okay. So left subtree of 23 is here. Left subtree of 23, right subtree of 23 is here. Okay. So after visit 23, then we have traversed the left subtree of 23 using the same method. Okay. Also pre-order traversal. Okay. That means we cut on the left subtree. So when you come to the left subtree, again we visit the parent first. Visit the parent first. Then after that, left subtree and right subtree. In this case, left subtree is just one road, and right subtree is just one road also. So straight away visit. So this is the way, this is the sequence that we visit. For the right subtree, yeah. Then after we finish the left subtree, then we do the right subtree. Right subtree, again follow the same method. Okay. So parent first. Which one is the parent of the left subtree or right subtree? Which one is the parent of the right subtree?
44.
44. So 44 come first. Then after that,
35.
left and right. Okay, so this is the pre-order traversal. Pre here, very easy to remember. Pre means parent come first. Then after that, left, right. Left means left subtree, right subtree. Okay, how about in order? Okay, the word in, pre, or post later, yeah, is all refer to the parent, order the parent. So in means the parent is in between. Parent is in between. So for in order traversal means parent is in between. 23. So we start from the root. 23 will be visited first. No, 23 is not visited first. So that means we start from the root. The parent is always in the middle. After that means we visit the left subtree first, then parent. Then right subtree. This is in order. Parent is, this is the pre-order. Pre-order means parent, then left, right. It's pre-order. In order. Left, parent is in the center. Then right. Okay, so now we do it in order traversal. So that means this one will be in the middle, 23. Left subtree of 23 and right subtree of 23. So when we traverse left subtree of 23, follow the same method. Parent is in between. Okay, parent in between, 18 is in between. 18, then left subtree 12, then 20. Okay, then after that right subtree again, parent is in between. When you come to right subtree, parent is 44. Then left and right. So this is the in order traversal. Parent in between. Okay, next, post order traversal. Again, as I said, in or post, all refer to the parent. post order traversal. Post left, right, left here mean left subtree, right subtree. Then after the parent. Post mean parent come last. In mean parent in between. Pre mean parent first. So this is how it is traversed. So now we do a post order traversal. Start from the root. Start from here. Okay. So parent. Start from here. Parent come last. So parent will come last. Left. Then right. Okay, left. Follow the same method. Post order. Post order means parent come last. Post parent come last. Then left is 12, right is 20. So and the right subtree, parent come last. Because post order. Then 35, 42, 52. So this is the post order traversal. You follow this sequence. Understand? Understand?
Yep.
So very easy to remember. Pre, in, or post refer to the parent. And for left and right subtree, left always come first. Standard. Left always first before right. But parent, it will depend on the which traversal. Okay, many areas in IT require structure that is efficient for searching and maintenance. Okay, so certainly array is not ideal structure to store key. Efficient search, let's say internet, Google search, all this, need very efficient search and efficient deletion, insertion, deletion. So binary search tree is provide the basic structure for efficient search, efficient maintenance. They include the insertion and deletions. So database management system, most of the database management system based on binary search tree to store key. Certainly, when you write SQL, you do not need to understand binary search tree, but it is the DBMS. When you are writing SQL, basically SQL is processed by database management system. That itself is a software. Things like Oracle. So Oracle is the software which manipulate binary search tree. It's not your SQL program. The SQL program is don't manipulate binary search tree. But when you give an SQL insertion or deletion, all these things, so you will pass to the Oracle, and Oracle will go to the physical database to do insertion and deletion. So the physical database is stored in the binary search tree structure.
Yeah, I'm looking because my key got it.
The Razer one good.
Which Razer?
The 15.
So now what is a binary search
Google
tree?
the best
Binary
of
search tree is a binary tree.
Razer
Binary
take
tree
15, I
and
think.
all items on the left subtree are less than the root. So binary search tree must. So this one is
Split 50.
property. All the items on the left subtree less than the root, and all the items on the right subtree must have the value greater or equal to the root. So each subtree
Wow,
is
looks nice.
itself a binary search tree. So we have to satisfy all these properties in order to become a binary search tree.
Oh.
If I get a new laptop, I'll get this one.
Okay.
I think
Earlier on we talk about key. We only talk
Template
about key.
game one, this one.
We are going to talk about just key only, but when you use binary
like-
search tree
Huh?
and nodes
Like-
is
as heavy as mine.
Oh, okay. It's quite
And note,
Okay.
it's a record. It's a record. But when we talk about processing, we only need
I
to
think
refer
it's
to
slightly
key.
heavier than yours.
And for our discussion, we are just based on key to discuss. Every node will store a record, and every record will have a key. And when you want to access or insertion and deletion, you are just based on key. That's why we only refer to the key. So this is a binary search tree. One node, 17, itself is a binary search tree because it satisfies the property. It is a binary search tree. Every binary, it must be a binary tree. It is a binary tree, right? Because none of the nodes have more than 2 children. Okay, and since it has only one node, certainly all the nodes on the left-hand side are less than this node, less than the value of this node. All the nodes on the right-hand side are greater or equal to the value of this node. So since it's one node, certainly satisfies this property. How about this one? This one also a binary search tree because for every node, all nodes on the left subtree. So all these are the nodes on the left subtree are 17, right? The value are all less than this node, 6, 3, 1. So the value stored in the left subtree must be lesser than the nodes, and the value stored in the right subtree must have a value greater or equal. So this is certainly also a binary search tree.
This one open one.
And this is
the
also a
old one.
binary search tree.
2017 model.
Not only this,
2, 4,
in order to be a binary search tree, all the nodes on the left subtree must
Okay,
have
most gaming laptops
value lower
cost
than the
3K
nodes,
and
and all the values
This is the new
nodes
one.
on
This
the
one
right
I
subtree
don't
must have value greater or equal to the node.
you want to buy?
And this
Oh,
is
you
also a
change
binary
laptop
search
lah.
tree, right?
Yeah,
Because
Your this laptop
for
cannot
this
game.
node, all the
Cannot game, right?
node in the left subtree are
So
the
cheap,
value
I
are
thought
lower, right?
4K. I thought 4K.
The node on the right subtree, the value are higher, right?
He's not
So
gaming
this
laptop.
satisfies the property of binary search
It's
tree.
not
And
gaming laptop.
not only that, in order to be a binary search tree, every subtree must also be a binary search tree. Every subtree. This is a subtree, right? This one must be a binary search tree. And this is a binary search tree. One node definitely
This
is
is a new
a
one.
binary search
Yeah,
tree.
this is a new one.
And this is also a binary search tree.
Yeah.
But in this case, these 4 are not binary search tree. Why?
This,
Why this one is not a binary search tree? Can I have some quick answer? In order to be a binary search tree, you have to satisfy 4 property, right?
The right side.
they never say the price.
And these are the 4 property. Must be binary tree,
They
then
never say the price.
all item on the left subtree must be less item on the right subtree, and each subtree itself also must be a binary search tree.
The left subtree is small.
Again?
The left subtree is more than the root.
Yeah, the left subtree have value have more than the 17, so violate the property of binary search tree. So this one is not binary search tree. How about this one? Why it is not a binary search tree? Certainly it's a binary tree, right? Why it is not a binary search tree?
Because the right subtree is not greater than the root.
Yeah, some nodes in the right subtree, the value are not greater or equal than the node. 17, yeah, under the right subtree is 17. This is the right subtree at 17. There are nodes here. The value is lower than 17. Okay? So violate the property of binary search tree. For this one, 17, the value of left subtree is this one, right? So all the nodes in the left subtree value are lower than 17, right? the value of the node, in the right subtree, the value are higher than the nodes, right?
Yes.
So it satisfies the 17 satisfies the property, right?
Yes.
Then why it is not a binary search tree?
Because
Number 6.
Or 6? Because every node must satisfy, not only one node.
Yeah.
So 6 for 6, because the left subtree, there are nodes with value higher than 6. Then why this one is not a binary search tree?
22.
So
no, left side is less, right side is more.
That's not okay.
why this one is not a binary search tree?
Hold on.
Less than okay.
Left side is less, right side is more.
17, you get 17 left subtree, this is 17 left subtree.
What? 41.
Left subtree means the subtree rotated at the left char. 6 is the left char of 17. So left subtree of 17 is this subtree.
Yes.
So under this subtree there's one node. Yeah. Just now I already heard one of you saying that 22. Yeah. 22 violate the property. So under the 17 left subtree, there's a node with value 22 that is higher than 17. So violate the property of binary search tree. Okay, I think we stop here. So next lecture we will continue from searching in the binary search tree and insertion and deletion in binary search tree. Okay, certainly there's a lot of term here. There's a lot of term here. So I suggest that maybe you go through them. Those terms that we have gone through, you go through them before the next lecture. So it will be easier for you to understand.
It's the induction one.
So you look at algorithm.